Lots of people getting in touch today about sickness in the workplace. One saying, my partner's got a stinking cold. He's had it all week. He's a postman, currently working 13 hours a day in this dreadful weather. He'll get moaned at for delivering damp letters, walking on lawns, for disturbing household owners, for signatures. He takes it all with a song in his heart and a spring in his step. From Christine on the Isle of Wight. A good reminder, Mickey, of you don't necessarily take your grumbles as a consumer out on the person who's delivering you the service. We've got Kate McCarthy with us this morning, who runs a recruitment firm, to talk with us about all of these different kind of things. I mean, Kate, so many people getting in touch. Have you noticed, is this becoming a thing in the last few weeks? That are there certain peaks and troughs that you see?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the time of year. You know, children go back to school, the weather changes, people spread germs. There's lots of colds, lots of that whole distinction between cold and flu happening. And we've also got the norovirus, and I think that's actually a real reality. I've spoken to lots of people recently that have experienced that 24-hour sickness bug. So there's definitely lots going around.
So what should the rules be? There's different scenarios, aren't there? If you're a small employer with staff on the books, what should you be saying to your staff?
I think from my opinion is we have a real strong culture that says we work really hard. However, we recognise that at times that you're genuinely sick and it's better to stay at home. Now, sometimes that can be work from home. So it's about having trust. So, you know, if I've got somebody who is gotten the norovirus and been sick, they're not going to be able to work from home. They need to take time off. They need to recover. And actually, I don't want that spread in the office. So there's a balance to that. But equally, if you've got a sniffle and a cold and you feel rubbish, I prefer you to try and make the effort come out, because we're a small business. The impact is huge on your colleagues, on the clients, on business. Make the effort and kind of, you know, really crack on, take some cold and flu remedy and get on with it. And we've got that kind of attitude in the office that we do get on with it. Might go home a bit early, might send you home and say, actually, you know, you've come in, but that's a hand of bridge too far, go and get some sleep. You'll be better tomorrow, you know, if you have some rest. I think it's about balance. Unfortunately, there are some people in the world that believe sickness can be an extra holiday entitlement, and I think it's those people that create the discussion and let everybody down.
But it's a fine line, isn't it, Kate? I mean, you've said basically, you know, knuckle down and get on with it. But there comes a point where you can't, because if one contaminates the rest of the office, the whole business suffers, and you've got to know where that point is.
No, I agree with you, and it is difficult. But I think that's, for me, I'd much prefer to say somebody, go home, you look really poorly, and they've made the effort to come in. Or you can see that they're going down with something, and you say to them, you know, don't be coming in tomorrow if you're not well. And I've had those conversations recently. I've even been, you know, out and about and not in the office, and heard somebody on the phone said, do you not think you need to be at home? And they've said to me, actually, I'm all right. You know, I sound worse than I actually am. I'm getting on with it. We have a lot of, you know, hand gel in the office. You know, there's a bit about hygiene, basic hygiene, looking after yourself. You know, I'll have the Dettol spray out at the telephone. We don't share telephones. Absolutely. You know, for me, it's about, you know, you do get ill. You know, I've got young children. They sneeze all over you, and you're kind of immediately thinking, oh no. We have
stuff out there as an employer, and I just wonder, it might be a knock-on effect for the self-employed people getting in touch here. Any kind of insurance that you take that could protect you this time of year if you have added costs? Is there anything you can do about that?
No, you just have to get on with it. You know, not at all. And I think that's about a committed workforce. That, for me, I trust my team. If somebody's off sick, that normally means they're generally on their knees and they can't come in, because they know how important it is to work. And that's really key. And it's about being honest of when you really can't get out of bed and come to work, and when you should stay off.
Well, Kate, thank you for coming
fine.
in. Put it in the effort. I mean, I know you're not ill, but we had a few guests with a few
It was
sniffles.
definitely an early morning, though.
Those things, you got to get your sleep back somewhere, Mickey, haven't you? If you feel something coming on. But thank you, Kate McCarthy there, who runs her own recruitment firm. They're hearing it from all angles. Thank you to those who've been in touch as well, those who are braving it for us outside of the office. Neil as well says he works in a care home as a handyman. He's sort of got caught in a moral dilemma. If I've been unwell, forced to continue due to sick pay not being in place, what do I do? I'm around vulnerable adults. Those people working in schools, hospitals, same question all the time.
Public transport.
That's it from Wake Up to Money today. Thank you for all your messages. Back tomorrow. Breakfast up next.